Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going over my Warlock build for the Atheon challenge. I ran a couple of unique things that I don't see a lot of people using. First and foremost, I run full raid gear, except one exotic, clearly. The raid gear I ran was 3 void pieces and 1 solar. The 3 void was for precise Oracle Disruptor for scout rifles, because my weapon of choice for DPS for the boss was Salvage or Salvo and Anarchy. It's pretty staple. But just so everyone knows what I used and the rest of my fire team, I just want to go over it. The challenge is everyone must destroy 1 oracle per round when teleported in. So the way we did it is we had 1 person with the relic shooting the 3rd oracle at all times. It just made it really simple. And it also made it easier for strategic alignment on the boss DPS phase, which is when the first and second person destroy their oracle, the 3rd person will be destroying their oracle as the other 2 run through the portal. Because a lot of teams struggle with DPS on the boss, and this just ensures that you get a nice lengthy damage phase with 5 people as opposed to just the 3 initially starting it and then waiting for the other 3 to come through the portal. Back to my choice of gear, I ran 1 solar, 3 void for this encounter because the void allowed me to 6-shot oracles with the hung jury adept, and the solar allowed me to get a chance of burst of healing while on a sync plate while engaging the harpies that have the shields, which was pretty useful at times. I usually call out, but when I wasn't, it was helpful. And I also had the rest of my fire team use it as well, which helped for survivability in those sticky moments, because one of the modifiers in the raid currently this week, just like last week, is the buffed damage from flying units. Right here, I just checked my gear to make sure I had fastball on. I didn't want to run into a situation where I was throwing my fusion grenades and they weren't making contact with Atheon. It's hard enough as is doing damage from middle and hitting him with them. Also, another great thing is with Salvage or Salvo, everyone probably already knows this, but just in case you didn't, the perk of Demolitionist with Vorpal makes it to where you deal bonus damage, and since solar subclasses deal so much damage to him already, it's just great synergy in the DPS phase, making it a lot more easier to get as much DPS in per phase as possible. So right here, as you see the oracles pop out, what I had my team do for the most part is try to focus taking a plate from one side while clearing adds from the point we're going to do DPS on. So instead of doing damage from the stairs, essentially we would go 2 stairs or stair side on each portal corresponding to where they were teleported. So clearing adds just made it easier, because with a person with Anarchy, a lot of people don't like using heavy, but right here, using Anarchy to keep the harpies from coming down on the side we're doing damage from, or they're coming from the portal, is really helpful. And then one person just clears ads from the other side. So right here you just see me clearing ads from the other side, waiting for them to come through the portal, and as soon as they come through the portal, then we'll start the DPS phase. Usually if a Titan is inside, if they're running Middle Tree Sunbreaker and they're using Heart of Inmost Light, it's really nice to be able to have the ads cleared to get the bonus of Roaring Flames. Another tip a lot of people I see when I help people on the forums is they spam Anarchy. You really don't need to spam it. Just tag the boss 2 times with it and then go to damaging with other weapons, because shooting more than 2 isn't doing anything but mitigating the damage. So another good tip is, you see how Inman jumped off to the left right there in front of Atheon? It's actually a lot easier for the person to jump in front right there because they're safer, and it's easier for everyone to get them out, so that way they don't miss out on too much DPS when doing damage in middle. It's also a lot more convenient for them to go right in front. Everyone can see them. Nobody has to turn around. Nobody has to stop DPSing the boss. You can still DPS the boss and still help them get out. Right now I'm just waiting to go inside. I finally get teleported, and in here what my team did is we alternated. So the relic shot the first oracle the first round, the relic holder shot the second oracle the second round, then the relic holder shot the third oracle the third round, so that way the other two players could go inside to start DPS. We found out later that you didn't need to do it like this, so we kind of overcomplicated it. So just know that you don't need to do it exactly like this, and I don't recommend doing it like this. It's actually easier for the relic holder to shoot the third oracle at all times. It just makes it to where it's more fluent and easier, so that way you're not trying to juggle the oracle, and so you can also protect your allies when the Praetorian spawns inside where oracles are. So here you see us do this really quick. We're waiting for the third wave, I believe, right here. And as the third wave is being called out, I cleanse them again. As soon as they get cleansed, they start shooting theirs. I get ready to shoot mine. So I start shooting mine earlier, so that way it's a guarantee quick kill on the oracle, so that way there's no delay or succumbing to the oracles, because that would be very bad. Then as soon as we go here, they go mid. I come into mid to cleanse them. I shoot the relic off one time. It's just something I do all the time, usually. Any damage is better than no damage. Then you see, again, with them jumping forward, Wild did it right there. It makes it easier for the DPS phase, a lot smoother, as you can tell. If you really paid attention, right here you see that we stay mid to clear the ads before jumping back. I think that's very important. A lot of players get killed because they get too anxious and they just jump straight out. So what I did is I popped my well to keep everybody in mid so we could clear the ads, so that way we have a safe jump back. I feel that that should be practiced in every raid team. Because on master difficulty, the supplicants can pretty much one-shot you if you're under a certain light level, if you're in a well or not. So again, they get teleported in. As soon as they get teleported in, they call out where they are. We go ahead, we go to the plate corresponding to where they get teleported, just to make it easier for clearing ads. So we stick some anarchy up there at the top. It gets a lot easier. I have Saunders call out right here. I clear the ads across the way while the ads are being controlled from the right side. So clearing ads from the left side, again, is just easier from over here, and it makes it easier on the person calling out. So as I try to clear these here, try to get everything in control. Sit here, wait for this to proceed through. If you don't clear the ads on left side, they will kill the person calling out. Two places I find out easier to call out as opposed to up there in the open is right there on mid left or mid right stairs. There's enough cover there, and since Atheon's not shooting, it's easier to control the ads. So if you're mid left and the ads are on right, you can control those ads pretty easy. And if you're mid right, it's easy as well. So right there you see us jump straight mid. As soon as the oracles are called out, that's to prepare. As soon as I get my super, pop my super, get the well down, so that way we have 2 wells going. You don't need 2 wells going, but if someone's getting low, I usually pay attention to health, and if my health's low, I just pop another one to get the instant regeneration of health. So right there, again, you see as they go mid-left, it's easy. As soon as they went there, we were able to get them out so they can go right back to damage. Sitting here burning Atheon, using these fusion grenades and the salvagers. The synergy with the combo is just amazing. So again, as you saw, we popped another well to ensure that we could clear the ads before we jumped back. So we clear these ads. As we're clearing the ads, we take care of the shield harpies up top. Once everything's cleared, we jump out, go to our plates. There might be a couple of stragglers, but those are easily taken care of. Go back to ad control because some ads still spawn. Another great tip is never bait the harpies. Sometimes they will just look like they're detonating and not detonate, and then they'll just charge to you and blow up. So right here, I pick up the relic so you can see how we did it again. Again, I do not recommend rotating, doing oracles like we did. We did not know that you could just shoot them the same time every single round. So you'll see us rotate again. Another cool thing is that usually it's best for one of the people inside to grab the relic when the third oracle is being shot, so that way protection can be applied and also a nice cleanse, and then you can just drop it and shuffle it back to the person originally holding the relic, which makes it easier. So as you can tell, this is the second round of oracles as I shot the second one there. This is the third, so what I'll do is I'll cleanse every now and then until the oracle spawn. As soon as the oracle spawn, as soon as number 2 starts shooting at his, shortly after I'll start shooting my oracle to ensure that, you know, we get out of here as fast as possible. See that? So I start shooting mine. I kind of had to reload. I didn't pay attention, which is kind of bad on my part. So right there, my ally decided to grab the relic, which made it a little easier. So I go through here, we get back in the middle, and then we start DPSing the boss again. Light level is a key factor in this encounter. Me personally, you can do it at any light level, but I would highly recommend doing this one at 1340. You can do it lower, it's just that you'll have to synchronize how your engagement with the DPS phase is a little more timing based right there. So the reward this week is the time loss corrective measure. So I'll show you that real quick. You see I got the challenge done, Ensemble's Refrain. And the roll I first got was pretty bad. But anyway, thank you for watching, and come check me out on stream sometime.